Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to the last part of the Fire Emblem Heroes Recommended 4 stars ranking video. So far, we have gone through a total of 24 heroes, 14 in Tier B and 10 in Tier A. And this time, let's have a look at the heroes from the highest tier, Rank S. Same like the last video, I won't be going too in-depth on each characters. However, we will focus more on their strength, weakness, and some skill recommendation instead. Like I mentioned in the previous video regarding the ranking criteria, it is not based only on their battle prowess. The unlocking of skills plays an important role too. So don't be surprised that some top tier heroes in Arena might not make it to the list. Let's not wait any longer and introduce them. A young general of Etruria, Clarin's elder brother, the Silver Nobleman, Klein. Arguably the most complete archer in the game by default. Klein comes with not 1, not 2, but 3 S-tier skills. If there's a tier ranking for Fuda, I'm very sure he will be ranked number 1. Klein is one of the 2 only archers that has the Brave Bow Plus by default. Combined with his passive A Death Blow, taking down flyers and mages is a walk in the park. When defending, he has Quick Repose, which allows him to make a follow-up attack disregarding his speed. If you couldn't kill him while initiating, very likely you'll be dead. However, his weaknesses are his low defense and resistance. 2 hits and he will fall for sure. Here's a recommended skill build for Klein. A member of the Black Fangs, a magic prodigy, the kind-hearted Pious Mage, Nino. Being the fastest green mage in the game, Nino is the definition of DPS. She has the speed and firepower to annihilate her foes. Nino is the only hero who has the green blade tome, Chrome Blade by default. It adds damage equal to the total bonuses on the unit. She also has Horn Attack at slot C, which is an important buff skill for any teams. Nino's weakness? That would be her low HP and defense. 1 hit KO by any swordsman. Let's have a look at the recommended skill build for Nino. The Knight of Etruria, the former teacher of Roy and Lilina, the Mage General, Cecilia. The only green mage on horseback. Cecilia might not leave a good first impression to many because of her mediocre stats. But being the only holder of Ground Raven, and with the buff she could receive from fellow cavalries, she is one of the few heroes in the game that could stop Reinhardt and Bravelin with ease. By letting her inheriting the right skills, her usefulness could extend to beyond anti-blue and colorless too. However, Cecilia has her fair share of weaknesses too. Other than her attack, all her other stats are kinda average. Most of the time, she has to rely on horse buff to truly shine. Here's the skill recommendation for Cecilia. The 1000-years-old Lolly, a cheerful member of the Shepherds. The eternal youth, Noe. Don't let her innocent look fool you. Noe is one of the best anti-swords unit in the game. She not only could take down raid units with ease, her Lightning Breath Plus allows her to destroy ranged units too. With a high HP, attack and defense, and the ability to counter all range, Noe is a popular choice in arena battle, especially when standing on her defensive tiles. She also comes with Threaten Resistance that could reduce her foe resistance by 5 if in range, increasing her damage output in return. The downside of Noe is her low speed. Not only that, being a dragon unit makes her vulnerable against Falchion and Julia too. Here's a recommended skill build for Noe. The leader of the Saber Knights of Grass, the unwaveringly righteous, honorable, loyal knight, Camus. Being the only blue lens unit that has the ability to counter all distances, Camus is one of the best heroes that the Grand Hero Battle has to offer to date. He wields the legendary Gradivus that has a might of 16 and the ability to counter disregarding range. Not to forget, he's the only hero that has the passive skill Granite Shield that neutralizes effectiveness against cavalries. Camus is one of the 2 horseback units that has high attack, speed and defense stats, the other being Seth. In other words, he's a versatile unit for both offensive and defensive duty. It may seem perfect, but Camus still has his weakness too, which is his low resistance towards magic. Only 17 points to be precise. Let's have a look at some recommended skill inheritance for Camus. The leader of the Galban Ritter, Ishtar's personal guardian, the Thunder Fist, Reinhardt. One of the most hated characters as an opponent in Fire Emblem Heroes. If you played this game long enough, I'm sure you had experience letting him breaking your arena streak once or maybe more. The man who believes magic is everything. Reinhardt's true strength lies within his tome, which allows him to attack twice disregarding his speed. With his high base attack, paired with his skill inheritance, there's only a handful of heroes could survive his thunderous attack. Being such an overpowered unit, it's hard to believe that he could be summoned as a 4-star. Maybe because of his low speed and HP, 23 and 38 respectively. Here's the skill recommendation for Reinhardt. The Obsessive Stalker, the president of the Robin's fan club, the Dark Mage Saria. She holds the title of the fastest rate mage in the game. With a speed of 34 and an attack of 32, Saria strikes fear to her opponent wherever she goes. Being the sole hero that owns the Raw Blade Tome, it grants her additional damage equal to the total bonuses she has. The more buff she gets, the more damage she could deal. If paired with Erika or Ephraim, her firepower could even rival the strongest hero in the game. However, Saria does suffer from her low defense and resistance. Now, let's have a look at some recommended skill for Saria. The mortal enemy of Ike, the most powerful knight of Diane's army, the sinister general, Black Knight. Without a doubt, one of the strongest heroes introduced to the game. He has wonderful stats, good skills and could counter from distance. What can you ask more? By promoting him to 5-star, you get to unlock his best weapon, specials, and steady stance tree. His weapon, the Elendite, enables him to counter disregarding distance of foes, easily putting him in the same rank of Ike, Ryoma, and Xander. What makes the Black Knight so terrifying is his special, Black Luna. It resolves combat as if foes suffered a minus 80% defense and resistance with a low cooldown cost of 3. Not many heroes gets to live after taking a hit from Black Luna. His weakness would be his low resistance. With only 18, he might suffer heavy damage from mages if not being careful. Now, let's look at the recommended skill inheritance for Black Knight. Last, the Crown Prince of Nor, the eldest among the Norian royal siblings, the Paragon Knight, Xander. The 4th hero with distant counter making to the list. Xander is one of the most popular cavalry units for a reason. He has the highest defense among horseback units, and by wielding Siegfried, he gets to counter foes disregarding their distance. A unit highly suitable to wait for counter kill. Not to forget, he's a cavalry unit which has high mobility and could benefit a lot from horn fortified cavalry. Unfortunately, Xander has very low speed and resistance. He couldn't withstand 2 continuous hits from mages. Here's the recommended skill build for the Paragon Knight. And that's all the hero for the highest tier. So have you promoted all these heroes to 5-star? If you have not, my question to you would be, why? You might be asking, what about those heroes not being mentioned in any part of the video? Are they not worth promoting at all? To be honest, this is just a guideline to give you some opinion on who to 5-star. If you have a hero you really like and would want to unlock his or her full potential, I would say go ahead. But one way or another, you might find yourself promoting a number of heroes on this list to get the skill you wanted. Just so you know, I have spent about 300,000 feathers on my Shirshi. Do you agree on our pick? Who else do you think should have been included in the list? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Aki Gaming for more content like this. You could also leave a comment below for any suggestion or follow me on Twitter. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you soon.